rushing defense was not up to par. We didn't run the ball well. We didn't throw the ball well. Offensively, we were a little lackluster at best. Had we known, say Deion had 89 yards, we should have gave him the ball to get 11 more yards so he could get a clips 100 again. But season lows in rushing, I believe, and also passing. 12 penalties, not indicative of who we are. We had 13 a week ago. We got to really tighten up on our discipline, and we made a conscious effort of that this week to really focus on that. Although we're still nationally ranked first, several categories, defensively in ninth, offensively up to sixth in scoring offense as well. So we're not mad at that. And Shedeur's on pace, I believe, to break the all-time touchdown passing record here with one more touchdown. Single season. So, other than that, we have a task at hand. We're pretty sure that Alcorn was going to come out and play their butts off. I have a lot of respect to Coach McNair, a lot of respect for him, what he's presented and represented over the course of his career. His name is should be in the archives in HBCU history. Love him to life, and what he's endured and what he's doing for and what he's done for the SWAC for a multitude of years. No further. That's my comment, so let's go.
Last regular game of the season, Coach?
Excuse me?
Last game of the regular season.
Yes, sir.
Technically, Alcorn and a lot of the teams on the west side are still in it to play you guys in the championship, but what do you think about when you go into this game having already secured your title?
We don't think about things like that. Only media think about things like that. We want to go in there and be dominant and get a rhythm and come out there blazing and give them 4 tough quarters of Jackson State football, offensively and defensively, as well as special teams. That's the way we go into it.
Obviously, Shedeur's only a sophomore, but what would it mean to you and really this coaching staff for him to break that single-season record for passing?
We don't care about those kind of records. I don't think Shedeur cares about those type of records. Shedeur wants to win at all costs. Shedeur probably in his life hadn't lost over 10 games since playing football, period. In his life. I can't, because I've coached him every bit of the way. I don't think he's from youth all the way up. I don't think he's lost over 10 games collectively. So he's a born winner. So he cares about that, not the personal achievements.
Coach, you talked about wanting to be dominant. Penalties that you've seen over the last 2 weeks.
It's bad.
I mean, what's been the message to them in practice?
We go over this stuff over and over and over again. Some kids get complacent. Some kids just don't pay attention and they get lackadaisical. But it's our fault. I mean, they only do what you would allow, and if we allow them to stay in and do it, that's on us. We got to make sure we make the adjustments and place kids in there that's not gonna self-inflict us. But we got to fix that. There's no way we could be dominant and play like that. 11 and 12, 13 penalties. There's no way.
What part of Alcorn's game are you guys maybe talking about or trying to just focus on?
Rushing. We surrendered, I don't know how many rushing yards a week ago, and I'm pretty sure everybody's going to come out and try to run the football. But we assist in that. If we come out there scoring and put up 14 points, that kind of dissolves your running game. And to have a really astute running game, that means you're going to have to be on the field without any explosions, 12 to 13, 14 plays, anywhere from 10 to 14 plays. That's a lot can go wrong in 10 to 14 plays. So a lot of people count on that. We try to force people to do stuff that's uncharacteristic of themselves. So offense helps along with helping the defense get off the field as well with scoring.
I know you talked about Shedeur this week will probably definitely learn how to slide, but as a coach, do you ever get worried about certain teams, potentially coming after him when he's running the ball?
Every team comes after him. There ain't certain teams, every team comes after him. Every team comes after us. Every team gives us their best game. So you could forego the records of any team that we play because they're going to give us their best contest and they're going to prepare a little different to play us because we're kind of a measuring stick right now. in FCS football in regards to how we go about playing the game, offensively, defensively, and as well as special teams. They're pretty good as well.
Where have you seen Shedeur's development most during the season?
Develop most? Really maturing enough and earning the respect enough to get on the receivers when they need to be chastised. And they understand it's not out of anger, it's out of trying to perfect this route combination or just trying to perfect that play. Just hearing his voice get upset and get angry sometime at the dysfunction that we may possess in some drives. And I said that nicely and kindly.
Hey coach, I'm working on a story.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, you're new.
I started in the summer, but today's normally my off day.
So how did you get the black shift?
How did I get the what?
I mean the night shift, I'm sorry. That was good, wasn't it? You had that was good. That was good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well.
Go ahead, give me your question.
Yeah, I'm working on a story on the Sonic Boom of the South, and I just
Okay.
I just wanted to get your thoughts on the impact they have on the game, both at home and on the road.
Tremendous. I mean, shoot. If we look over there and the boom ain't there, that's worth at least 7 points for us. I mean, yeah, trust me, they affect us, infect us. We love it. Our kids feed off it. I know Shiloh loves the drum major to life, emulating him. Dr. Little is class personified, and I love what he brings to the table. I always make a way to stop by and speak to him and give him a hug prior to the game or during the game when I see him on the sideline, and I wanted to make certain that he was going to be there with the boom this week. So they're very influential in how we perform. They are.
And can you speak to some of the work that they put in there? Because I know they're out there late at night.
Yeah, I don't see that, so I don't know. But when I pass by, sometimes I see them playing. I hope to God they're not in the cold, tonight, or they have jackets. But I know they put in a lot of work. I've heard, I haven't seen it because we're working as well. But you can't be that good without putting in work. That comes from work, and those kids are sacrificing quite a bit. I make it a point whenever I pass by them, I'm gonna give them a high five, give them a hug, or just give them love because they deserve it.
Coach, how well have you gotten to know Fred McNair?
I met him the first time when I was on a visit at Southern Miss with Shedeur, and I just felt compelled to go over in their locker room and say what's up. Now we're on a visit to Southern Miss, but I wanted to go say what's up to him because of his presence and what he represents to HBCUs. So I went and spoke to him, and ever since then I felt like we've had a friendship. Good man, great family. I love the way he goes about his job and his business. I just wish he had more support.
Were you friends with Steve?
I really didn't know Steve. I think he was way behind me, and when I came out. I didn't know him much at all.
Coach, we talk a lot about Shedeur and his play on the field, of course, not only as quarterback, but because he's doing so well. But JSU just chose him as his nominee for the C. Spire Connerly Trophy award. I'm just wondering from you, as a father, I know you don't care about the awards as a coach and everything, but as a father, what does that mean to you to see him be nominated for an award like that?
To see him win would be comparable. That's what we want to win. We don't want to be nominated. I think we were there last year, wasn't we? He dressed up for nothing. We want to win. We're winners. We don't want to dress up, put on a suit to go there and watch somebody else get a darn trophy. But it's a blessing to be nominated. Trust me. I think this is the second time, so hopefully. We don't know. We never know how this stuff goes.
And you mentioned defense a second ago about the run game, but Biller got Defensive Player of the Week. What have you seen from him just in his game? Obviously, had a big game this week.
It's hard. It's so funny. I don't know how we get. This is not taking up from Aubrey. I love Aubrey, and I love what he's contributed. We gave up 200 some yards. We got defensive player. We don't know how in the heck that works. Who's doing that? But Aubrey has been consistent in his game this year, sideline to sideline, and even blitzing like we, and I can feel it.
Well, God is good. Hopefully not.
Amen.
But I guess when you're talking about the head coaching position now that you're getting through the second full year of what it's like, do you feel like it's like in some way kind of like a service, or how do you view coaching as an HBCU head coach? Like
Coaching
you
at
obviously do a lot for the
coaching
community.
at HBCU is different than coaching anywhere else. Let's just get that straight. This is a calling, man. You got to be called to this. This is not something you just sign up for, knowing what's the trials and tribulations of it. This is a calling, and you got to really love kids. You got to really love people, to be able to adjust with people, to be able to understand people. It's definitely a call from God, my man. Good. Can y'all wake him up so you? Oh, I ain't know you. I ain't know you looking down. I ain't see your eyes closed. Oh, I saw your eyes closed, man. Oh, I just saw your eyes. Man.
You good? Got you?
I'm great.
Coach, if you don't mind me just jumping in with one last quick thing, what do you think that is the I know you go into every game like you said, with the same mentality, but what do you hope for as far as like momentum-wise? Is there anything you want from the last game of the season that can set you up for the like SWAC championship in a different way, or is that just another game too?
We gotta do what we do, man. Starts up front, offensive, defensive line. It starts up front. When we're doing what we're doing and playing our game, it's hard to beat us. But we don't want to help you beat us. That's the problem. We've been trying to help teams beat us. We don't want to do that. We want to play our game the way we are accustomed to playing, and that's dominant.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd love to film that. Do you want me to leave my light on? Is that
Yeah,
good
he
for you?
need it 'cause he ain't got one. He ain't got no light. God said let there be, but he ain't got no light when he said let there be.
This is a good angle, bro.
Huh?
Do you want the angle from right?
You can move over a little bit.
Yeah.
You can tell him to stop that.
It's all right. You're good. It's the least I could do for Mr. J.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. There you go.
He gonna use the camera, but he gonna.
Although we actually have APT here today, so I don't know who your loyalty's to more,
Sports
me or
Zone.
him. That's me.
Oh, he ain't got no loyalty.
No loyalty.
No loyalty.
I'm gonna hop in front just a second here.
Just a little funny.
You have to complain. Jay, if you
It comes and
people
goes.
complain about that, not me.